Hi everybody, it's Steve Chilcote from Basecamp Country Real Estate. I want to talk to you today about how to figure out what type of soils are on a property you might be looking at to purchase. I use the WebSoilSurvey. It's a government website, and anytime that I'm doing a forest management plan for somebody or taking a look at where to put food plots on a property, I use this site extensively to figure out what type of soils we're working with. So let's dive right in and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, the first thing I like to do when I'm trying to figure out what the soil conditions are is I go to my Onyx app, or you could use the Spartan Forge or any other app, or even Google Maps. You just locate the spot that you want to inquire about, grab yourself a coordinate. So I'm interested in this spot right here because there's a field there. I want to see what the soils look like. So here's the coordinates down here. Hit copy. Then you want to go over to the Web Soil Survey government website. It looks a little daunting. It's a little clunky, but it's really, you're not going to use most of what's in here, and just don't worry about it. So the first thing we do is we go and create an area of interest. So we have to draw a map of what we want to investigate. Okay. So the way you do that is you go down here, and I had already clicked in here with my coordinates. So you just do a copy paste on your coordinates, hit view, and your map comes up where you want to be. This little orange guy is the location that you gave. Now, I'd like to know about the soils on this property. So what I'm going to do is create my area of interest. I need to go up to the top here. You got these controls. This hand gives you a hand that you can drag your map around and move. If you hit zoom out, it doesn't actually zoom out. You have to go like this, click on your map, and it zooms out. If you want to zoom in, same thing. You got to go down here and zoom in. And then you have to go back and get your hand if you want to readjust, right? Now, over on the right here, I want to draw an area of interest. You can do a shape that you trace around, or you can just make a square. So for our purposes, we're going to make a shape. And the property goes kind of like this. In general, why did it do that? I accidentally hit the pad twice. So it's kind of good that that happened. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and point out this guy. This tab says clear area of interest. So we're going to clear it. That gets rid of it. Go back, get our hand. We're going to adjust a little bit. Okay, drawing our area of interest. I'm interested in these fields. And then I'm interested in this area over here because I'm thinking about putting some food plots in over in some of these areas. When you get finished with your drawing, you double click that last point and then it creates your area of interest. Cool. Now we just click on our soil map tab and it maps your soils for you, and it gives you all your soil types over to the left and maps them. So let's take a look at these soils. I had planted some stuff up in here, and it looks like that's an Unger soil. Unger's Channery loam. So let's click on that over here, and it takes you to the soil description. And you can print this out if you want to.
But right here is probably where you want to go straight to. All areas are prime farmland. So there you go. I know that I can grow a food plot there or a garden, or crops because it's prime farmland. Now, I've worked with this property a lot, and I could tell you that when you go down here, you can see that it's a long ways to bedrock. It's a channery loam, channery sandy clay loam. I know that from working on it. It's not stony, but it's channery means kind of like small gravel. So it's very gravelly, it's very sandy, and it gets dry really fast. So when you come down here to the properties, it gives you the slopes and the bedrock. Restrictive layer might be rock or it might be water. In this case, it's rock. It's well drained. Now, well drained translates a lot of times to dry. So if it doesn't rain for a month, you might have problems with your crop, which I have firsthand experience with that at this site. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Now, go get our hand. I'm thinking about taking this food plot here, right? Because I've struggled with that food plot, and this tells you something I already knew, which is not prime farmland. How about that? And also a channery, sandy loam, right? Surface area covered with cobbles, stones, or boulders. And I know about that because I picked rock on this thing, and no matter how many times you plow it, you still come up with rocks. So it's extremely rocky. Not a good place to grow anything, really. So what I was thinking about doing is turning that into a little orchard area. And then I noticed as we were doing our logging and whatnot, there's a lot more moisture down in here. And plus, check that out. It's a nicer looking soil. You can see why, because we're back into our ungers in this area. So there's a little clearing here. I'm going to expand that out into here, make it a lot bigger. And I know that the soil is going to support my food plot. So that's how you do it. I mean, you can print this whole thing out. It'll print out the map and all the soil descriptions. So you can just put a little package together. If you get the printable version, you can put a title on it if you want to. And you can check it out before you print it. Thinking about it. It gives you this nice fancy PDF. Now, when I do forest management plans, this is included in the plan, in the map section, so you know what you're looking at. And if there's anything interesting about the soils, then we talk about it in the plan. It looks like this whole area right here is pretty good too, and it has the same soils as this part here, and then it goes down into ravine, kind of stony down there and steep, then comes back up to the UMB again. And any of these areas in here and in here can support food plots or a garden. So there you go. That's how you use your soil survey and decide whether your soils are suitable for what you want to do.
All right, I hope you found that useful. Hey, if you want to buy land in Pennsylvania or the southern tier of New York, give us a call. I'd be glad to help you find a suitable piece, and we can analyze it, see if it's a good buy for what you want to do with it. Whether you're a small farmer, you want a homestead, you want hunting property, I can help you. Just get in touch with me. There's a website down below. My Chilcote Forester website is down there. You can link to that. where there's tons of information on wildlife habitat improvements, forestry, and real estate. All right, check it out and contact me for more information or if you have any questions. All right, talk to you later.